Okie dokie, I'm going to do a DXY analysis. I haven't done one of these in a while. So let me go ahead and do that. So I see we have been dropping hard. And I think because of this, we're going to start coming for this trend line here. So I was previously anticipating possibly coming up into a 2 week, but we came into this 2 week. Nice market maker model here. And now we are on the sell side of the curve. Okay, so let's start with the 12 month. All right, so we had this 12-month order block here, and initially I was anticipating us possibly, making new highs because we have this 12-month candle order block here. But it seems on the lower time frame that the structure it's creating is now going to go for the sell side first. And of course, this yearly candle has a while to go, right? It has another 9 months, so don't immediately, start predicting a candle coming all the way down, creating a candle breaker, that sort of thing. So we have to kind of wait and not make those predictions because it's, we want to get a trade from point A to point B, not try to anticipate what point C, point D is going to do. Let me remove this trend line or hide it on the lower time frames. Okay, and we had this structure here. Candle, a structural CB on the year. And we came to this structural order block over here. So we wigged that. We came into this once. We came into it again. There may have been something on an even higher time frame that we can't see, but I do think we're possibly moving higher after we possibly come down into this yearly busy candle. I would call it still a candle busy, in between like a structural and candle formation in order to go higher. We did come into this yearly over here, encompassing the separation here. And we started to move higher, and we may possibly be coming down here just for that. If we come all the way down here, and at that point, depending when in the year it is, we could start anticipating possibly moving higher. What if some very bullish news for the dollar could be anticipated while price is here, and we start moving up? We see the news, then we can, be early for that move that may take us higher. If we do not and we start pushing lower, okay, fair enough. We close below this one, this yearly R2F. We can even anticipate the dollar going even lower, which is, would be quite interesting. I do not know the state of the economy, how it would be at that point of time, but I don't have that experience in my years of being alive. So let's go down the lower time frames. 8 months on the 11-month time frame, we would have this 11-month gap here. It is not invalid yet. This candle has not closed. But let's go to lower time frames. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Nothing much here. Nothing interesting. Okay, so we have 2 months on this current time frame, which is the 5-month time frame. If we close below here, let me hide this. If we close below there, give me a second. And this one, give me 1 second. Okay, we may create a candle breaker. And if we close somewhere here, we create a candle breaker. I'll be anticipating us, maybe a small retracement or whatever in the next 5-month candle to take us lower down into here, because we got that trend line here that was on the lower time frames. It's relative equal lows, whole bunch of liquidity down here that we may be targeting. So we go to the 4-month. All right. 4-month, it does look nice for something that may push us higher. So I don't know. We could come down here or we may not, right? If we don't, then I would need additional confirmation, right? That we want to push higher from here because we have that yearly SIBI. Um, yeah, I would need that additional confirmation, right? Because we would be skipping the liquidity down here and just moving higher from there. So we go to the 3 month here. We have this candle breaker, which closes in 15 days. By all means, we can close kind of red, and the next one could stab here and close green. Completely possible. From April to May, is usually a steep decline for the dollar, and May makes a fast recovery for the dollar, which is bad for which is inversely correlated to stocks and other assets, and that's why they say sell in May and go away. So if you have assets, you sell it, and then you just forget about it for a while. But look at this nice consolidation here. I like this. I feel that, yeah, we could take that out before potentially moving higher. Okay, let me see if there's anything else there. No. Okay, 3 months. Yeah, 2 months inverse gap, which is kind of coincides with this candle breaker on the 3 month. So I'm gonna just highlight this COP, CPP, and then 3 months, and then set the visibility to the 3 months. Okay, 2 months, we would have this inverse gap, 3 month and 2 months. Okay, we could anticipate the 3 months. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's a bullish candle breaker. So I'm just gonna leave this out for the moment because I'm not that bullish yet, convinced. And the 2 month we may create this inverse gap, which I'd be more inclined to use as resistance in order to go lower, a retracement, and then attacking this, and then maybe wait for some news. Maybe we come into this area. So what I would do at this point, just have my fib up here, regular fib with an OTE zone. Okay, we came down to equilibrium, stabbed up there, a manipulated move, Trump's in power, yippity yippity kaye. Okay, now we go down, take that liquidity there, right? Because what liquidity is being built up here, positions are being accumulated, people are indecisive, but liquidity is being created. This move up breaks out of this consolidation. What are people doing? Investors, etc., long-term traders in general, following that move. Okay, we're bullish. Maybe this is a bull flag. All right, here we go, daddy-o. And then we come down for the liquidity because what? Liquidity and moving efficiently is the life source, lifeblood of the market, right? It's how it moves. It's how it operates, and I think there's no disputing that. It has to work like that in order for it to work at all for the big players. So yeah, I like the idea coming down into here, and coming into that. So I'm more on the bearish side. So I'm going to keep this here at the possibility of this potential candle SIBI on the 2 month. And I'll hide it in the higher time frames. Okay. Now we got the monthly. 2 months in 1 month, and the monthly, we also have a monthly here. Monthly inversion gap here. Yeah, this would be a inversion fair value gap. Okay, on the 2 month or balanced price range, whatever you want to call it. On the monthly, we have another inversion fair value gap, and we just came into this again like a balanced price range. So I want to see PD arrays right now on the lower time frame, like let's say the weekly. That would be nice to see some PD arrays on the weekly, enforcing this idea that okay, now we're on the sell side of the curve. Because there's not too much information here in terms of candles. 1, 2, 3 green candles, doji, 1, 2 red candles, and it'd be nice if we can get in earlier. on the move. So let me clean this up. Oh, why is this visible here? Clean this up. Turn it off on the weekly. Okay, clean it up. And now we have this over here. Got this buy side here. Liquidity on the sell side. Let's make it bigger just so we can see. Let's make it red. And we have this here. Busy on the 1 year. I'm just gonna put it this, just more consistent. I'll leave this here because it's the target. POI, for where price may be drawn to on a higher time frame. Okay, so let's have a look again. We came down here, retraced, came down even lower, not breaking this low, and a big expansion up. And now we're dropping fast. Where's the next pit stop? Below here. And you can see on the 3 week, we also have the candles respecting the structural CB very nicely in here. Okay, which is always good to see. Especially the midpoint. It's not breaking the midpoint. That's very algorithmic and very nice to see. So we're in 3 week. Let's go to the 2 week. Oh, interesting. So you see this candle busy on the 2 week. I'm just going to highlight it in, let's say, light blue, just so you can see. This candle busy and candle CB. All right, so great. Something nice to see. You can see we already came into this 2 week structure. What was the candle CB? Candle busy. Use once. It's not used again. Okay, we have to go to the higher time frame. There we go. We have a 3 week that's not used yet. That's the one. And we may get a bounce from here, just based off of this 3 week. So 2 week, okay. Yeah, it's a big drop. Highly unlikely we just expand up here because we did a distribution here. It makes no sense. You don't do a distribution and you don't get liquidity. You don't really add any rebalancing and being efficient, and then you start expanding up again. It makes no sense. That's not how it works. It's like putting your car in reverse and expecting it to drive forward. It's just not going to work. Okay, because time has been spent here distributing positions. We expanded up. Initial distribution, low risk sell, and first stage of distribution. And on the lower time frame, it's more visible. But big expansion down. So let's go to the lower time frames. 5 days, 4 days, 3 days. Nice. Okay, so we took liquidity below these lows. All right, so it's reasonable to expect a possible retracement. If we're slowing down here, it's reasonable to expect that we may possibly move higher, right? Not, that's the bias is going short, but that's a possible place, possible area to return to. We only have 2-3 candles here based on this time frame, so it's not that high probability yet. We could stab down and then stab up like that. So from here is shouldn't anticipate it going higher yet. Although it did take a stab here, but this small stab, that's good for us and our bias because we can look for price moving lower. This is very a shallow stab, not enough, I believe, to to justify us just moving up from here. Only possible if there's super high impact news. This is like global event kind of news. Someone dropped a nuke. Zombies, aliens, invading, that sort of thing. Only then can that be justified. But yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because the liquidity is not, you're going down here to put fuel in your car and you only spend like 2 seconds putting fuel. It's not going to be full. It's just not going to be full. So it just doesn't make any sense. Okie dokie. Yeah. if it did do that, then you can see it doing crazy things like this on sometimes on the very low time frames. But then that would be, anticipating a gigantic move to the moon, which, yeah, unlikely, but you know possible but unlikely. Okay, 2 days, 1 day. Okay, so this whole area is nothing to do here. Go on a trip. Watch the chart. Take a scalp maybe on the lower time frames. But if it's messy, just don't try. So nothing on the daily. Okay, so what does this mean? So I see a lot of people talking about euro and stuff going down, which is good because if dollar goes down, euro is going up. And if people are talking about euro going down when you're expecting it to go up, that's great because you're using these concepts. I see these concepts and not general trends and the bounce of the 200 EMA, RSI is very oversold. We're going to start moving up now. The buyers are coming in. They're going to push the price. We got a bottom, double bottom here. You know what that means? Means nothing, except more ways for smart money to induce and engineer liquidity. Right? So you could wait for the short. It may take days. It may take weeks. But you can wait for the short, or you can wait for the long to go into here. It may not come yet. It may make another low first. But this is inefficiency here, and this is a structure. So it's reasonable to expect some sort of move like this. What is this potential 2 month? But we have to wait for that 2 month to close, which is in another month, right? Another 30 days. Could have daily candles that do that. Okay, so let's go to the lower time frames. Anything interesting? No, not really. Some relative equal highs created up here. Okay, let's liquidity. You can see it takes it a bit. It takes it a bit, then moves down. These are still relatively equal, guys. They're relatively equal. It's not liquidity is taken. Very shallow. Look at the bodies, not even closing above. Doesn't mean take a long from here. There's liquidity down here in form of this trend line, minor liquidity. When you zoom out, you know what I mean. It's minor compared to other things, and there's a skill that comes with experience as well in engaging these type of things, right? It's knowing if you're a fighter, you train so much experience in fighting that you get to know your opponent pretty quick. You find his weaknesses, his tells, and you generally know what your options are. Okay, so very good, very good. Yeah, I wouldn't rush into anything here. I mean, this is a nice 5, 6. Could look like it could come down one more time and if it goes up. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother guessing, right? So this means what? Higher prices for euro, New Zealand dollar. This is what I'm anticipating. New Zealand dollar coming up into a weekly. This is a weekly gap. What is this? It's not a weekly gap. Monthly, 2 month. Oh, it's a 2 month gap. And there's a weekly. Okay, it's a 2 month gap. And I think that's what I was wanting to target. Oh, very nice. Candle order block here. Candle breaker. Okay, very good. Very good. So I do think we're moving up. See this move down here? I'm not buying it. Bull crap. And who knows? I may get stopped out here. I'm going to trail my stop to break even, and then it's always an opportunity to get in. But I'm not buying this move, right? Oh, wow, this big drop. No. Maybe we come down into here, and then this news is going to bring us higher. Maybe we just shoot up on the weekly open. Okay, but yeah, let's see. minus COB. Nope. CPB 1 day. And of course, set my visibility so that my chart's not too messy. Yeah, so that's what I'm anticipating. Ding dong ding. Come up into here. Okay. The daily is here. 12 hours. 12 hours did that already into this candle breaker. Candle reclaim order block. That's called. Yeah, that's right. So came that. Yeah, I expected just back into this gap and then okay, 4 hour gap here. Maybe this one. And then possibly moving higher. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? We could come all the way down here first. I mean, it's reasonable to that may happen, right? You get okay consolidation, come for the buy side, create more clean highs. You take out this trend line or trend line traders and breakout traders, support and resistance traders, and breakout traders of trend lines are getting manipulated. We may move higher and then down. We may move down then up. Okay, relative equal highs. Why I say that? Because this is, we're still at a premium. Okay, we did not come into a discount. See, we're still above there. And I put on the fib, we even got OTE, that sort of thing. Nice R2F structural gap inside here on the 4 hour. It's quite nice. So let's see. This one I got in earlier because I'm really anticipating us coming up for this. Not buying this move down just yet. But I do expect us to eventually come down because come down then dollar up. So we could see some, because let's look at this trend line here. I mean, look at this support and resistance. I mean, we have it up here as well. A lot of buy side, and this is CB 12 month. I mean, by all means, come up to here and come down, but I'm going to be waiting for this. I'm going to be waiting for this. This one, I don't know what that is, but there's liquidity over here. Very nice. And, there's something that can be stalled. And it's a big move. If you catch that on a lower time frame, it's a big move. Okay. Yeah, euro. I mean, that would bode higher prices for the euro, relative equal highs. Came up here, came down into this 3-week. Yeah, I mean, fast down, accumulation, fast up, continue up. We've delivered price fairly efficiently here. Maybe attack this, and yeah, who knows? On the 12th month, we have this could become a candle. Next year, this could become a candle breaker. We'll see. Bitcoin, yeah. Bitcoin's a tricky one. Very nice. We came up to this candle breaker, right to the tippy 2 of the body, and we moved down to the monthly. Yikes, we might be moving lower. Yeah, probably. 5-day, we got this. Yeah, I think we're coming down. Coming down to here. To the support levels, maybe 73. Come back to this order block. Wickless candle on the 5-day. My brother likes wickless candles. It could be interesting. 69,000. Maybe a 69 rebounds because last time we made a high at 69 when Elon Musk was, I don't know, it kind of it bottomed at 420, 42, which is like 420 and topped at 69 at one point of time. Yeah, 5-day, very nice. I'm going to highlight this 5-day. This looks very nice. Of course, we have external range liquidity. But again, this is inefficiencies, gaps, and there's going to be some jiggy-jaggy here. Maybe a bit of engineered liquidity. Then we move down. But I do think we're going to come back to these highs for support. 5 days. So 18 hours for the 5 days. Nice. We could create another order block here. If this close green, move up and then down. That's also quite reliable. Minus CO move. Okay. Do 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 do. Cool. Okay. ES. Yeah. ES. What was I looking at on ES? Yeah, they're all these equal lows. Boom. We took those out. Very nice. Are there any more? Yeah, I don't know, guys. We could even come down there. 6 month gap in here. 7 month, 8 month. Okay, 6 months. Come back down to find support this high. A bit more into this. If we were going to move higher, right? So we'll see where the drawn liquidity is. It's a big move down. Small stab in here. Look at the move down. Just to take this out. We took this out. So we could get a decent retracement. You got to think in terms of the liquidity that was taken, how much of it? This kind of justifies how much we may retrace, right? Because there's a lot of orders down there, and it'd be worth it to I guess create more of a bullish sentiment for a while, rebalance, and then move lower. Yeah, anticipating because it's equal highs here as well. So I was looking at this 3 month as a possible POI, but we it looks like we're going to close below, possibly down to this 3 month. We may use that as support. Where would that be? Up here. The daily, that would be back up here, which should be fine, and possibly move lower from there. It's not too quick. It kind of chopped around, but I do. We may see even faster than this that moves down. Right? It's all based on liquidity. People talk, oh, look what Trump did, etc., etc. I mean, these things are forecasted. You see these levels in advance before someone even becomes president, before a war even starts, before a virus even gets gets loose. So we do have some nice liquidity down here as well. We could get a decent bounce in here that moves higher. So I'm not saying get into a short now, leverage, target those areas, but this looks like it's gonna come down into that. Maybe seeing something very interesting. It's a big drop. This one kind of crawls up. It's a big drop, and it's completely possible to have that as a target. This is the daily candle breaker here. So coming back up into here, justified. This candle SIBI was used, could be used again. Come back up maybe into this gap. I want to find a higher time frame. Okay, fair enough. Okay, this kind of trade I would take. 2-day gap, 1-day use, 1-day candle breaker. Take a long, take profit. We're there. Okay, find a long, find a candle breaker on a reasonable time frame under the 1 day, maybe a 4 hour, maybe a 4 hour gap. Something like that. Seems to be an order block here. Okay, 3 hour. I like that 3 hour. We did not close above this 3 hour candle. Could come into this 3 hour gap. Okay, it's not a breakaway gap. Down into here, into this possible order block. We have a trend line here. Doesn't mean it's going to take it out. It might stab it a bit and then move up. Completely possible. And come into here. I want to see that as a target. Okay. Semi-wickless candle. My brother will like that. Possibly. If you see it price come here and then start bouncing hard, those are times where you wait. because those are times where it's a manipulation, right? It's not always the bottom. Those are times where there's manipulation. Okay, so yeah, I'll leave it at that. 30-minute long video. Nice gap up there. Yeah, that's how I would frame a trade, and that's my analysis. I didn't do more. I just did ES, Bitcoin, dollar index, and New Zealand dollar. And if the dollar index going up, then you'll see things like euro, pound. If the dollar's going down, you see things like euro, pound going up, and vice versa. Not always completely correlated, but fairly correlated. And yeah, so let's see how it goes, and I'll do another one next week. Okay, thank you.